Hello, welcome back. Today's video is another crochet video, and we're going to make some socks. Now these socks are my kids' favorite. I chose two colors. I have brown and a cream. It is off behind camera. We're going to start with the brown first, and of course they're socks, so we're going to need two socks. We're going to start with, I'm using a 4-ply, that's what this one called for, and a G hook. Come on. There it is. You can use whatever yarn you have and whatever crochet hook you desire. But this is the way my kids love them. They look and feel great in their boots. So we're going to chain 30. That's 20. 21, 22. 30. Now, I suggest you have paper and a pen so you can write this down. Keep track of where you're at. This is what we're doing right now. So I'll leave it here for you for a minute. And continue on. All right. Single crochet second from hook and then to the end. So skip the first one, single crochet the next. So we should have a total of 29 stitches when we get to the end. Remember, don't crochet it too tight. Nice loose stitch. A lot of people like to do their first row a hook size larger. It's totally up to you. I feel as long as you keep your consistency, keep the tension pretty consistent, you're all right. It is just a sock. I'll meet you when we get to the end. We are now at the end. And so we should have 29 stitches because we skipped our first one. Back loops only. We're going to single crochet each stitch. So chain 1. Turn. Back loop only, single crochet. Now I like to go through both of them on the very first one and then the very last one. But everyone in between is going to be the back loop. It just makes your finished project look nicer. So again, we're crocheting every stitch back loop only, depending on how you like it, except for the first and last. So I will meet you when I get to the end. We are at the very last one, and like I said, I like to go through both loops. Chain 1, turn. Now, we are going to repeat row 2. Repeat row 2 for rows 3 through 40. So get yourself a piece of scrap paper and go right 3 through 40 on it. And we're going to mark them off. So we're at our first one. I like going through both loops. It's up to you. And then back loop each one for the next, what is it, like 37 rows. Or until it fits around your leg, wherever you want it to rest. My boys like it to be mid-calf. All right, so you guys, I will meet you back here when I have row 40 complete. And if you want, you can go ahead and get 2 of these made, because you need 2 socks. And you know me, I like to do multiples when I do a crochet project. So who knows what the next color will be. I might have 3 or 4 socks pairs in the making. I like how it gives it the ribbed look when you do the back loops only. We'll do a few more and then I'll see you at row 40. And now I have one more. I'm going through both loops. Chain 1, mark it off. Is that blue or black ink? That is black ink. I'll have to make another, get some scrap paper. So turn it, going in through both of them again, and working our way back down. But I wanted to show you how neat the ends look. Yeah, I prefer it that way, but it's, you know, your choice. So you guys, I will see you at the end of row 40. If you want to go ahead, you are going to join row 1. You're going to join the whole thing. So when it's completed, you're going to form a tube for your calf. Slip stitch in the back loops only. And I will, that's if you want to go ahead. But if not, I will meet you here at row 40. Okay, so I just finished row 40 and marked it off. Now we're going to join to the very first row. This is a good time to tie or crochet in that tail. Now we're gonna slip stitch to the first one. And we're gonna slip stitch all the way down, but my friends, we're only slip stitching in the back loop. So not both loops, just the back loop, like we were doing the whole pattern. And hide that tail in there as well. Back loop. So you can hide a tail while you're slip stitching. You just flip it back and forth until it's gone. Or until it's short enough, oops, until it's short enough you just want to trim it off, that's fine. So I'm going to put you guys on pause, and I'm going to slip stitch all the way down to the end, and I will meet you there. I have joined the last one with my last slip stitch, sorry, and now we are going to chain one and single crochet each stitch around. So chain one and single crochet each stitch. So we should have 40 stitches, one per row. So I'll meet you at this side when we have 40. And if you went through both loops on your first and your second, or your first and your last one, it makes finding the end of each row so much easier. So I just put my 40th single crochet in, and we're going to change color. So slip stitch to the next, slip stitch to your first one, you guys, but we are going to change colors. So let me get a pair of scissors. Quick tip though, before we join and do our next color, go ahead and flip your top of your sock right side out, because we were working on the inside. So yeah, changing colors. Everybody changes colors differently. For me, I think this is the easiest. Again, we're gonna go in our first single crochet, grab our next color, yarn over and pull through both. There we go. And chain one. There you go. I'm going to cut my brown one, my first color, and I'm going to single crochet both tails in. If you want, you can tie that for safe measures. I generally don't, but for video purposes, because I mentioned it, I will. But I'm gonna again crochet both those tails in. I am using this for my heel, and this color is called Platoon. So for our heel, we're gonna we're gonna be crocheting through both loops, all of them on the heel. So chain one, single crochet the same stitch, there we go, and the next 19 for a total of 20. So 1, making sure I get my tails, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me cut them. 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 13. My yarn's getting tangled. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, oops, better redo that one again, that looked a little weird, 18, and 19. All right. Repeat that row for 12, up to 12. So on my, we're going to have a total of 12 rows. So on my scrap paper, I wrote 2 through 12. So if you have a piece of scrap paper, on this side were my 40 for the tube part up the leg. So on here, I'm going to write 2 through 12. And 12. And I'm going to repeat that, marking each row off. So yeah. Chain 1, turn, single crochet the same one, all the way across. You should have a total of 20 per row. Or if you have a larger foot, smaller foot, this may change. This is for a man size 9 to 13. Yeah. All right, so I will meet you back here when I have gotten all 12 rows complete. I've just finished putting in my last stitch of row 12 and marked it off. Chain 1. We're going to now single crochet the next 8. So same stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We are now going to single crochet 2 together twice. So single crochet 2 together, we go through the first one, go through the second one, front loops only, grab that yarn, pull through, and finish your single crochet. And do it again. Go through the next stitch, front loop, go through the next stitch, front loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And there's our single crochet 2 together twice. We should have 8 stitches, 8 left. Single crochet the next 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. Chain 1, turn. One moment. So we now have 18. We are going to single crochet the next 18. So if we have done things properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, we are doing good, 17, 18, chain 1, turn, single crochet the next 7, single crochet 2 together twice. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 together twice, front loop, pull through 2, there, 1 more, front loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through both. All right, fold heel in half, next stitch, slip stitch to 7th single crochet. Oh, okay, so we are going to fold our heel in half. We're going to slip stitch all the way up. Okay, fold in half, next stitch, slip stitch. Hold on, are we doing that together? That just, yeah, must be. I have to make sure I get that in there. We're going to slip stitch. It's kind of hard to see that. There we go. Slip. Slip. One more. There we go. Change yarn. Okay, so we're going to change yarn. So I'm going to pull that last slip stitch out and change my yarn. So I'm going back in both stitches, but I'm putting my first color on, which is just a plain brown. Slip stitch, chain 1. All right, and I'm going to cut that yarn long enough so we can hide it. There we go. Hide that tail, move it out of the way. And from here on, we're going to, wrong side facing out. Oh, crap. Maybe I shouldn't have flipped it. Oh no. Hold on. So, yeah, I wished I wouldn't have flipped it back when I told you after we joined it into the tube before we started the heel. I wished I wouldn't have told you to flip it. We should have left it wrong side out. So I'm going to make a note of that. All right. So it does. It's not like it's going to make a difference. So I'm going to continue like we have been doing, and then I'll flip it in. It's just that I'm not sure if I'm going to like the way the join is down the side, but we'll make sure the other one is different. I could totally frog it and redo it, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that. So there we go. Put that back on there. If you want, again, you can tie a knot in those two in the tails so that you know they're not going to come unraveled. These are socks. It is the heel. So sure, I don't want that knot to be irritating on the back of the foot. So just 2 is enough. From here on, we're going to single crochet. Oopsies. 15 single crochets evenly down one side of our heel. So making sure you're not going through both. Only one. You don't want to close that up. So chain 1. $15 evenly. So let's see how we do. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to trim those ends. 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm gonna all right, I'm gonna pull these out a little because I need to add a few more. I'm a couple stitches behind. So I'm gonna put 2 in my first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put another one in that one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We should be good now. 13, 14, and 15. Perfect. So only 2 of them have 2 single crochets in them. Now, single crochet the next 20. So now we're not even on the heel anymore. We're back onto the tube part itself. And we should have 20 in there. 2, 3, 4. I'll meet you back. I'll meet you when we get to the side over here. After you've finished your 20th stitch, we're going to work our way back up the other side of our heel with 15. So don't forget you have to add 2 extra stitches in there. So So my first one, I'm going to put 2 in. 2, 3, 4, and then anywhere else I'm going to add an extra one and then continue all the way. So I have 15. So I have 4 right now. You guys, I will meet you up here at our join. We are going to slip stitch to join. So slip stitch that first single crochet, chain 1. We should have a total of 50 stitches now. If you don't, tear that slip stitch out and go back in and add a few here and there until you get 50. So chain 1 and turn. Single crochet the next 13. Single crochet 2 together twice. So 13. Same one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, single crochet 2 together, front loop first one, front loop second one, it's there. Make sure you get all the loops of that front loop. Pull through both those 2, yarn over, pull through. Single crochet 2 together in the next one. 1, making sure I get all the, this brown is the worst one to pick to do on video. There we go, and then both pull through both. Oops, wait a second. I need to redo that. One, 2. There we go. Much better. Single crochet the next 16. And then single crochet 2 together. 2. I'll be back. Single crocheting my first set of 2 together. Whoops, this one is, there we go. Getting down into the corner of that sock. There we go. And now my second single crochet 2 together. Take your time, you'll get them. And then we're gonna single crochet the next 13, and that should bring us all the way to our join. I'll meet you there. Slip stitch to join, slip stitch to your first single crochet. That will give us a total of 46 stitches. Chain 1, and we're going to repeat the pattern. So we mark that one off. We're going to single crochet the next 12, single crochet 2 together twice, single crochet the next 14, 2 together twice, and then single crochet the next 12. So single crochet 12, and then 2 together twice, and I'll be back. Okay, I did my first 12 single crochets, my first single crochet 2 together, a decrease, and I'm doing my second decrease, that is 2 together. And now we're going to single crochet the next 14 and then decrease twice. I'll be back then. 1, 2. I've now completed my next 14 single crochets and my first decrease. Going to the next decrease, that is single crocheting 2 together. I don't want to confuse anybody. There we go. Making sure I get all, oh, and I didn't. There we go. Now we're going to single crochet the next 12 and then slip stitch. And that should give us a total of 42. I will meet you back at the slip stitch. Slip stitch to join. And we are going to mark that one off. The next one, single crochet the next 11, chain 1. And then do 2 decreases. So single crochet 11, 2 decreases. Single crochet 12, 2 decreases. Single crochet 11 for a total of 38. And I will meet you at the end of that round. So 11, 2 decreases. 12, 2 decreases. 11, join. All right, I have just slipped stitch to join. We should have 38 stitches. We're going to do this one more time. This is the 5th decrease. So we're going to single crochet the next 10, decrease 1 time, single crochet 14, decrease 1 time, single crochet the next 10, a slip stitch to join. So chain 1 and the next 10. 1, 2, and then a decrease. And again, that's just 1 decrease. Single crochet the next, I have 14. But I think that should actually be 12. I'm changing that. Single crochet the next 12. And then decrease. And now you should have 10 left. So single crochet the next 10 for a total of 36. Slip stitch to join, chain 1, turn. Now this one we're going to single crochet each stitch around, slip stitch to join for a total of 36 stitches. And then we will be repeating that for rows 7 through 26. So on your scrap paper put 7 through 26. And at the end of row 26 we will be changing our yarn and I will meet you back here. So rows 7 through 26 are single crochets for a total of 36 stitches per round. Chain 1, turn every round. Chain 1, turn. I will meet you at the end of row 26 and we will change our yarn again. I've just completed round 6. That was single crochets all the way around, total of 36. But you guys, listen, if you have 1 or 2 more or 1 or 2 less, that is perfectly fine. Don't sweat it. Don't redo it. You can, if you have too many, and you want the exact amount, go ahead and single crochet 2 together and continue rows 7 to 26 with 36, or just continue row 7 through 26 with however many you have right now. I promise it's not going to be that big of a deal. So again, I just finished row 6 and 7 through 26 is a repeat of that row. I will see you at the I'll see you at the end of row 26. It'll take me a little while. And you don't have to turn. You can just keep going around. Hello, welcome back. All right, so we are now down to the toe. We have completed all of, I have scrap paper somewhere, but we have completed all of the decrease. Yeah, so that's not what it was at all. It was not a decrease. It was 36 or 26 rounds, and there were 36 stitches per round. So I just finished that, and we are changing our yarn. So, and going to the toe. This is for my second sock. Toe. I'll leave that there so you can see it. So we're going to change our yarn, so we have to join that over. I just want to see what we're going to do next. Okay, so we're going to do one more row of the single crochets for 36 stitches. So I'm going to undo that join so we can change color. And I'm going back to this one. Now, I've already cut it so I could work on the other one. Some people do not like knotting their yarn. It is totally up to you. I prefer to knot it a little bit. There. So I know that it is not going to come apart, and then those stitches won't unravel. We are still working with our project outside, so the good is on the inside. And again, we are going to chain 1, single crochet each stitch around, and we're going to have a total of 36. So if you want, just first one, same one, single crochet every stitch around, and we are crocheting our tails in. You don't have to crochet the whole thing in, just some of it, so that you know it is not going to come out. There you go. That's good enough. And I'm just going to cut that super close. And you guys, I'll be back when we get to the end of this round. Okay, I just put my 36th stitch in, and we are going to slip stitch to join. Whoops. Slip stitch, oh come on. Slip stitch to join. And chain 1. Now, we're going to just continue. For some reason it says chain 1 and turn, but we're working in a round, so you don't have to chain 1 and turn. If you have been, that's fine. It's totally up to you. But I like to look just going round and round and round. So then from here we're going to decrease. We're starting to do the toe. So we're going to single crochet 4. we're going to single crochet the next 4. Then we're going to single crochet 2 together, and then we're going to repeat that. So single crochet 4, a decrease, that's a decrease. Single crochet 4, decrease, all the way around for a total of 30. And then our next one is going to be single crochet every stitch for a total of 30. The next row is going to be a decrease. Single crochet every 3 stitches, decrease. Repeat for 24. Then the next row is going to be single crochets all the way around, 24. We're going to do a decrease. Single crochet 4, decrease, single crochet 4. We're going to have a total of 20 around. So we're going to do that another one, a round of 20. The next one will be another decrease, single crochet 3, decrease, that whole round. Then the next row will be single crochet for a total of 16. Single crochet 2 together, slip stitch to join, chain 1. Well, they're all slip stitch to join, my friends. Let's see, I'm just letting you go ahead. So when we get down to the 16 is when we're going to cut and fasten off. So yeah, at the 16, single crochet 2 together. So it'll probably take it down to 8. And that's when we're going to fasten off. So that's just so you can go ahead and fasten off and your project will be finished. Don't forget to make 2. But if you're waiting for me, we're going to single crochet the first 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Single crochet 2 together. So a decrease. There. And then 4. And a decrease all the way around. And again, we're going to have a total of 30 stitches this round. That's my decrease. So yeah, I'll meet you back at the join. I'm at the end of, that would be row 28. Oops, you're not even in there. Row 28, and again, that's a total of 30 stitches. And the next row, we're going to slip stitch to join, single crochet each stitch, and for a total of 30. So each row will be a decrease and then no decrease. So I'll meet you at the end of this row, at the end of row 29. Okay, so we've just finished stitch 30. I'm going to slip stitch to join, chain 1, and the next row will be single crochet 3, a decrease, single crochet 3, a decrease, for a total of 24 stitches. Slip stitch to join. And then the next row will be single crochet all the way around, 24 stitches. Oops. So single crochet 3, whoops, 1, dang it, sometimes I'm like a newbie, 2, and they just don't do what they're supposed to. And decrease. 1, 2, 3, and now a decrease. So that's just going through the front loops of both is how I do it. There. I'll meet you at our join. We've just finished that round where we have 24. I've already slip stitched to join and did a chain 1. And we are going to do another 1 row of single crochet, no decrease. And again, you're going to have 24 stitches. You guys, if you don't have 24, if you have a little bit more, a little bit less, don't sweat it. Don't redo it. It's a sock. It's no big deal. So yeah, I'll meet you at the join. Slip stitch to join. Chain 1. And now we're going to single crochet the next 4, decrease, 4, decrease, down to 20 stitches. So single crochet the first 1, 2, 3, 4, and our first decrease. I'm making it more difficult than it needs to be. Yes, and we'll continue that pattern, and again, you'll have 20 stitches. I'll meet you at the end. Slip stitch to join, chain 1, single crochet every stitch around, so you'll have 20 in this row. Or something super close to it. Again, don't sweat the missed or extra stitches, no big deal. I'll meet you at the join, 20. Slip stitch to join, chain 1. We're going to do another decrease. A single crochet 3, decrease, 3, decrease. And we should have 16. So 1, 2, 3, decrease. And I'll meet you at the join. All right, so we're at the end, and I somehow managed to have an extra stitch. So like I said, don't sweat it. If you have an extra stitch, no big deal. I'm going to single crochet it, and now I'm going to slip stitch to join, chain 1, and then I'm going to continue on my next row. And that one is, we are going to single crochet 2 together all the way around. So our first one, and it should leave us with 8 stitches. Oh, careful not to make them too tight. There's 1. Decrease this one, 2, 3. I'll meet you back at the join. And because I ended up with an extra stitch last round, I have 1 stitch left over. I'm just going to single crochet it, slip stitch to join. Here it is. Slip stitch to join, chain 1. Then we're going to cut our yarn 8 to 10 inches long and sew through the 8 stitches, pull it tight, and weave in the tail. So you guys, we're going to cut a tail 8 to 10 inches long. Whoops, where are you going? Whew, that was a crazy trip. All right, so cut. I'm going to pull it through to fasten off. And get my tapestry needle. Okay, tapestry needle. Now, you're just going to go through all of them. In and out. Pull it tight, because that's your toe. Sorry, I know I'm a little, I should probably back up a little. Okay. So you just want to pull it closed so that there's no hole. You don't want a toe to go through there. And then to make sure that you have it closed all the way, just go ahead and weave them in and out. You don't want to make it too bulky. It's at the tip of the toe. But if you just work your way back through it, no big deal. And then we're just going to knot it. My assistant is being a little persistent. So it's knotted. It's not going to come out. But I want to hide more of the tail so it's not right at the toe. So I'm just going to weave it up anywhere. This is why we have the inside, the good on the inside. So all of our tails we can work are on the bad side. So when we flip it in, it'll look good. When we flip it right side out. Now, as a precaution, I like to take my yarn and go back up through a couple, just to lock it in place. That way, when they wash them, because he wears them all the time in the winter, when he washes them, they won't come apart. You know, a string won't fall out. Just cut it super close, being careful not to cut any of your stitches. And yeah, that's it. Let's flip it in the proper way. Oh, goodness. There we go. Hold on. And there we go. I love them. They're awesome. My kids love these. They are a little bit bigger and bulkier, but that's what they love about them. It hugs their foot on the inside perfectly, and they're warm. And don't forget, yeah, make two. So next time, don't forget, when I said flip it inside out, don't flip it inside out. Or work from the outside the whole time. Leave the good side inside until you're totally done. That's where I made my mistake. But you guys, yeah. If you like this type of content, please give my video a thumbs up. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. There's the tip of the toe. Don't forget to check out my membership levels. I offer 4 of them. Yeah, I hope you guys have the best day ever. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget, you need 2.